I'm gonna throw it out there like this. I do believe that there's some truth, but there's also some negative connotations to this post. I'm going to say that yes, a lot of the black community does act as if parents act like, "Hey, you owe me, you owe me, you owe me," but nah.
Mm.
I mean, they move like that. A lot of parents, a lot of black parents do move like that. But I'm gonna put it like this: uh, I owe my parents, but at the same time, I don't. And I'm gonna say it like this: I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for the things that the work ethic they instilled in me, the manners, the respect, the dignity that they instilled into me. You feel me? So I do owe them in that sense. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know
I
that's
do owe
right.
them in a sense. But when I say I owe them, that is me feeling that I want to give back. I want to give back to them because of everything that they did for me and sacrificed for me. But at the same time, I don't owe it to them because it was their responsibility as a parent. And it's my responsibility as my parent to give, as a parent, to give my children everything that I possibly can to give them a step in the right direction, a step ahead of the next person, to give them a fighting opportunity. So, but do they owe me? No, I'm not expecting nothing in return. Only thing I want in return of my investment is for them to be the best person that they can be and maximize their potential. The only thing I ask in return.
I can agree with that. I think it's a general, me looking in a general sense. There's a lot of people that feel like there's a sense of entitlement, feeling like I did all this for you. Basic stuff that you should be doing as a parent because you brought this child into the world, even if you didn't want to. You birthed the child and you helped it to take two to tango. I
Yeah.
guess not right now because we can use science for that, but okay, it's fine. There was needles involved too. But aside the point, if you got a
Mm-hmm.
child, you're not entitled to them to drop everything when they grow into a full grown adult, or if they're even a child still, to make sure they can take care of you. That's not what children are for. They are human beings that are meant to go off and do something else with themselves that they want to do once they form their own opinions and figure it out. So it happens across the board with all different nationalities. And whether you're Asian, if you're Hispanic, it just depends on that person and how they were raised
Mm-hmm.
and how their parents were. I'd hate to see it, but some grandkids will stay and take care of their grandparents. Now that might be a full on choice that they wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
They grew up and they idolize their grandparents, so they just want to make sure they're okay and they don't trust nobody else. Or that's just something they're comfortable with doing. They go and get their license and they go take care of their family.
Yeah.
Now that's not a bad gig. Hey, you get to be around your loved ones, and at the same time you're getting paid. So it's not like you lose all and end all. You're still doing something with yourself, you know.
I often ask myself, so like it says, like they talked about expected to take care of their parents. Now I often ask myself, what would I do? Like I know my mom and dad right now currently, they're in their 60s and they're taking care of my grandfather who's in his 90s. I often ask myself, what would I do in that? What would I do in that position? I tell myself that when my parents can no longer take care of themselves, that I will step up and I will take care of them. But you know what was told to me?
Hmm.
My dad told me, hell no. He said, I live my life. I'm not, he said, I would never become a burden on somebody else, let alone my children. He said, put me in a home. I was like, I would never do you like that, Daddy. He said, put me in a home. So I got a feeling I'm gonna go against my dad's wishes because I know he's a manly man, and I just can't see myself putting my mom and dad inside a home. But that's what he requested. That is exactly what he don't want to be. He does not want to be ever be because he's a manly man. He's always stood on his own 2 feet.